Destreza, the first repair in Warframe. Although it was a bit late in my book. No matter. The name of the weapon is rather strange. It's derived from the term of fencing, known as La Verdandanavera Destreza. Pretty much the word Destreza meaning dexterity or skill. Luckily, you don't need either to use this weapon. It has very high puncture, very much crap status chance, and it has an excellent critical build. So you already know where this weapon's going to be going in the future. Now, in terms of usability and how difficult it is, like I mentioned earlier, it's rather easy to use. It's used more like any other sword, even though fencing swords, or repairs, are used for thrusting, not really swinging or slashes. But it won't stop your Warframe from using it like this anyway. There is thrusts, but you get the idea. It doesn't matter how brittle a sword might be in Warframe, they'll swing around like a bat anyway. But for the most part, it's still very easy to acquire. Like any other weapon, or most other weapons, you go to the marketplace and pick up the blueprint. The blueprint will only set you back probably about argon crystals and night-night extracts. That's the only downside, is building with those. In combat, the Destreza handles like a dream, where its high puncture and high swing speed are lucratively strong. Where most knives opt for low puncture and high swing speed for better DPS, the Destreza does both damage and DPS. Not mention a critical builds inside that as well. So making it pretty much the strongest puncture weapon you can wield. Which is very, very nice. I don't think puncture gets enough love. Well, impact probably gets at least, but puncture is more or less neglected in melee weapons. But in terms of critical build, you'll see what I do with it in a few seconds. Very excellent weapon. Now, for a level 30 build and test, I put a catalyst in the weapon because I love it. This is pretty much the ultimate build with it. So, with the only stance being the Vulpine Mask, get that on. I threw on my Auger Strike. Sundering Strike, Spoiled Strike, and Rendering for all the puncture damage. And then I put as well as Pressure Strike. And then I put the two critical mods, Organ Shatter and True Steel. And then I put a Berserker on. You probably know what Berserker does, but if you don't know, it increases your attack speed when you strike a critical for up to 20 seconds. Increases swing speed by around 50%? Sorry, I forget off the top of my head, but no matter. Now, you could throw a channeling build in this, but I think it's better to stick with the critical and Berserker. To get my point across, we're going to fight some green air. Now, level 85 was actually a bit too much, so we'll go level 80. Now, as we see, it does not take much. And once my Berserker kicks in, I'll be pretty much cutting right through these guys very quickly. And there we go, the Berserker's kicked in. With my, rather nice good critical chance, you'll hit again and again and again the Berserker before it wears off. That's the nice thing about this. Now, it even gets even better if you can get your Nerimond focus tree and get the critical chance from that if you want. Or even the mods from Shadow Debt, but unfortunately I do not have those mods yet. It would be a nice addition if I can go in the red crits of this weapon, but we'll see about that. So, I tore right through those green air pretty easily. What about the Corpus though? So we'll look at them next. You'll tone down their levels, because puncture is not going to do that well against shields. So level 60 will do just fine. Now look, they stand all in a nice circle for me. And my Berserker kicks in almost immediately, and when it does, I cut right through them. They're a level bit higher, this may have not gone so well. So level 60 is a good area. Now let's try to get to the station. Get a couple of them. And let's jack up their level. Level 75, yeah. Now, in terms of the infestation, again, the Berserker kicked in right away. With that, I can cut right through them very quickly before they overthrow me. So it does very well. Almost as good against, even better than the Grenier, despite only being 5 levels off. But also, while we're at it, let's try some Ancients. They do have Fossil Armor. Let's try only 6 of them. Same level. However, the result will be different. as much as my Berserker kicks in on the first hit, it's not cutting through them that well. I had better time fighting the Grineer. So again, the Ancients cause a problem with weapons. No surprise there. So now for the pros and cons of this weapon. On the pro side, we got very high DPS and puncture. It's kind of 2 points in one. Also, we got a very, very nice looking weapon, I'll have to say. I love repairs. And it's, well, on top of that, the critical build is also very good. And it's easy to get. It's right in the marketplace. Now on the con side, however, we've got a rather low status chance, like very low status chance. Almost, you can't even really do anything with that. And for the pretty much stance, you only have limited to one option. The stance is hard to get, to be honest, compared to most other stances, that is. And that's the only two cons I can think of about this weapon. Pretty darn good. So, there's no future build this time, since I already showed you the ultimate build. And the only thing you can do differently is swap out the critical mods for channeling, or even one of the damage mods. But why would you do that? It's perfect the way it is. Now instead, we'll do the basic judgment. Is weapon worth the Forma and Orc Catalyst? Well, yes. There's no other weapon as powerful as in terms of puncture-wise. This weapon beats all others. It doesn't even extend the power creep either. Very good weapon. Highly recommend it to almost everyone. Unless you like staffs or something. Or maybe you prefer knives like me. But thanks for watching. Hey, you want to see a particular weapon on Showcase? Leave a comment down below and it might be the next weapon I choose. This has been Showcase. Thank you for watching and see you next time.